Hey guys, Dennis here,
Chrissy, Megan.
and Muddy Water Search and Recovery. And Alex and Tammy will likely be joining us here shortly. That is one of our sponsors. That'll go down here.
Okay.
And thank you for being here with us tonight. And we are going to jump in and talk about the giveaways that we're going to be doing, simply because to get your name put into the giveaway tonight, you will need to comment so that way your name pops up. Tony, Joanne, and Jet Heartland Towing, they've got your names in here at this point. And as more names come, they'll be adding those to the bucket as well. And Megan with Crooked Trail Designs will be giving away a small handful of items. And it is 7 items total will be given away tonight. And toward the end of the live feed, we will draw names. And 2 of these items, I'll let Megan get into the items real quick before going any further. We're giving 2 of the shirts.
They should have figured this out before they got started.
Oh, I'm lost.
Hi, Jen.
I've just got some jewelry here that I've made and a couple shirts to give away.
Actually showing some.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if you were ready for me to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alex, giveaways.
Here,
You want me to help you?
a lot of the
You may help you?
Yeah.
Okay.
the jewelry that I made has an anchor theme because that's our logo type stuff. But
There's a pair of hook earrings right there.
and yes, I'm sorry, they're girly, so
That's all right. Here's another pair. These are super cute. Look at these.
can't really. There we go. And then we have a bronze pair of anchors. A silver pair. And a necklace.
Ooh, cute.
Tony says Margaret is with him, so we'll get her put in there too.
And then the shirts, it's basically the shirt that Chrissy has on right now, but the colors are going to differ.
This one's a little faded, but you'll have, is it say search and recovery on the side? Or
No,
it's just the front, guys. So if you can see, you got the anchor, Muddy Water Search and Recovery, all that good stuff. So
Yeah.
In the shirts, she has the unisex shirt and she has the lady shirt. So
Yes.
those who win the shirts will need to email over the style of shirt and what size of shirt you need.
Mhm.
And for the jewelry, you'll need to email over your address so we can get those sent out to you.
Yep.
The mwsar22@yahoo.com. And we will have that put down in the description as well. And if you want, go ahead and put that in the comments there. And we'll bring this up again throughout the live feed tonight,
It's
just to
taking its
give
time.
everyone
Good.
the opportunity to comment and get put into
Yeah.
this. And toward the end, we'll be doing the drawings on that.
So
Good
yeah,
to see you too, Joanne.
if you didn't catch it all or whatnot, remember we're going to do anytime you comment, right?
Yes.
I'm going to see your name. I'm going to write it down and it will go in the box for the giveaway. Just
And
Remember.
1 entry per person.
one entry per, yeah, 1 entry per person.
And then I'll do my little magic and
Yeah.
And I know I've done the video on this earlier today, but we do want to say thank you again to our sponsors that have been so incredible.
Yeah.
So let's run through those real quick.
Okay. You got Camden Point Organics. Love you guys. Jeff Phillips. I'm assuming he's a handyman. Alex Ames, Camden Point, insured skid steer and mini excavator services.
And that's a list of what he does.
Oh, and this right here up on the screen right now is what Alex does. So he does quite a bit. Jet Heartland Towing. You guys are awesome. And of course, Crooked Trail Designs.
Me.
And then
Oh,
Tony and Margaret.
And then Tony and Margaret, yes, you guys are amazing.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, just thank
for
you
all
guys.
of you.
Absolutely.
You guys are really helping us be able to do what we do to help these families, and we really appreciate that.
Absolutely. Okay.
And again, comment and we will get your name added to the giveaway bucket.
Yep.
Next Sunday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, we will be doing a live feed that weekend as well. This time, Lisa Key will be joining us again, and we will be discussing Aaron Key's case and new developments there. Aaron, as you know, this wasn't one of our typical cases. He wasn't missing. He was found deceased, and it was ruled a suicide. And
No, they
even though
Lay down.
it's not our normal type of case, it didn't take us very long to realize that there was no suicide involved in
Yeah.
that case.
No, that was no, absolutely not.
And Lisa's been fighting for answers ever since this happened.
Yeah.
She's been fighting to keep the case open because in Tennessee, if the case closes, odds are you're not going to get that reopened.
Yeah.
And even speaking with the district attorney Dunaway, who, man, you're as corrupt as they come. I hope you see this so
Yes.
you hear me call
Yep.
you out on it.
Yep.
They've talked about closing the case and she's told them no.
Right.
Well, she recently receives a document stating that he actually closed that case, and nobody thought to tell her, nobody thought to inform her. But we will be going deeper into Aaron's case next weekend, Sunday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time with Lisa Key. Another case
You know
that
what
we've
mine
been
went, right?
working is the Alex Van Dowson case, which has some similarities. I mean, complete
Yes.
different situations.
But there's something weird about that case as well. I mean, that's one case that it means a little bit more to me for different reasons. And I know I've told you guys before, but this case, Alex's case, it's completely just backwards to me. And Josh, hey, you guys, been a while. Good to see y'all. Thank you. Good to see you guys too. You guys. Yeah, you, whatever. It's been a while.
We have had a lot of new information come in on Alex's case that
Yeah.
we're still going through
Yeah.
and putting everything in order. And we will be doing an updated video on his case in the coming days as we've had time to
Yeah.
go through.
Yep.
Dunaway needs to go.
Yeah.
Dunaway needs to be behind bars.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen so, and I guess after being corrupt for such a long period of time, they get to feeling comfortable. And then they start making mistakes and the truth starts coming out.
Yeah.
And it
They-
is so obvious.
Yeah. They think they're going to get away with it, and then one thing goes wrong. And I mean, it's common sense. You're going to get caught.
See, and we support law enforcement.
Yeah.
Lisa Key supports law
Oh, yeah.
enforcement 100%.
Yeah.
But it's the corruption that, if we see it, we're going to call it out.
Yeah.
We're going to have to know beyond the shadow of a doubt it's corruption before calling it out.
Yeah.
But Dunaway is probably the most corrupt, I think, that I've ever seen.
Josh just asked, is Randy Leach still missing?
Yes, he is. And we have a search in the works. It's going to be a prolonged search because we feel ground penetrating radar will be needed.
Yeah.
We are using other means right now. And then depending on how that goes, definitely GPR will be back on that property, but we have a long ways to go on that
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
And with that, with different things that are going on, we won't be releasing any footage of any searches
no.
until the property is completely wrapped up.
Yeah.
But we are working on searches for Randy and a lot of things lined up with that. And hopefully we'll be able to bring you up to date on that very soon. And there's Alex and Tammy. We're going to bring them up on here now.
Hi, guys.
Hey, how
Hi.
y'all doing?
You guys feeling better?
Oh, yes.
We're
Good.
live.
Good.
As much work as you've been doing, though, I bet you are worn out.
Oh, my.
Grandkids just left a little while ago, and then 2 cows got out. And
Oh,
then-
no.
Yeah, it's just one thing after another.
All right. Josh just said, haven't seen any updates. That's why I was asking. Like I said, been a while. Been doing a lot of searches here in Alabama.
All right, on. Best of luck with those,
Yes.
Josh. And thank you for what you're doing and keep up the good work with that.
It doesn't sound like we're having any reverb tonight.
No, I was just thinking that I'm used to muting the mic to stop the reverb. And it's like, oh my goodness, I ain't had to do it. This is great.
Joanne just said he makes corruption obvious and likes to make a mockery of families like he's flaunting it. Yeah, that pretty much hit it on the nose, Joanne. Perfect.
And so again, if you've just jumped on, leave a comment on here. We will get your name put in the bucket for tonight's giveaways. Seven different items will be given away tonight, so don't miss out on that.
And Tammy Franks, I got you in the bucket, honey.
Oh, thank you.
And Joanne, don't
jinx
jinx it, Alex.
And Alex, that is timing. Alex brought something to my attention a while back ago that we've mentioned, and I know we're working on to find different patterns with this, be
Yeah.
able to pattern it down.
Right.
But the teenagers going missing, and they will all go missing from one area on the same
Right.
day.
Right.
Then it's over in another state or another county. And when you got the article that was released just the other day, that there's over 18,000 kids and teenagers missing from Child Protective Services and foster care systems.
Yeah.
And in the article, it's believed a lot of this is going to trafficking.
Yeah.
So
Unfortunately.
having the article and what Alex brought to our attention, that is very concerning.
Right. And then Josh says, thank y'all very much. We found a lot of our missing deceased. So I've been feeling sorry for the families here and been trying to help them out the best I can.
Man,
Well, you're
that's-
doing an awesome job, Josh. Don't give up, bud.
the fact that you're there with the
Yes.
families doing this means a lot to
Yeah.
not just the families, but to everyone.
Yeah. And Joanne, I agree. Wow. Yeah. When they told me the whole situation, I was the same way. It's just unbelievable to hear what might have happened to these young kids. So
And we're going to be doing an open live feed on that topic in the coming days. And I want to see if Ricky from Kansas Missing Unsolved would like to join us on that. I know this has come up a couple times recently over on their podcast, and I know it's a big concern of his.
Yeah.
So I'll be reaching out to Ricky to see if he would like to join us on that live feed as well.
right. Bobby's here. Hello, I am late here. High waters, muddy, and Dennis. What have you been drinking tonight already, Bobby? Craig. Hi, Craig. Good evening. I know it's been a while since I've been in, had some internet trouble, been busy on the farm, trying to keep I got it. With the drought, oh, goodness.
So what Dennis was
Yeah.
talking about, and some of the stuff, and So a lot of the times that Dennis and I just talk, we look into things, and one of them was I went on the KBI website and I started trying. It had my interest just because of Muddy Waters, but I started spending time just looking at the amount of people that are missing. And I started with Wyandotte County in Kansas City, Kansas, because that's where I am originally from. So I just started there, and I started seeing some patterns with dates where there was groups of kids that are missing. And then I moved on to looking at other counties basically in the state, and I started noticing it more and more often that there is days where there is certain amounts of kids missing. And one of them that I just found was a small town that, or a county, and there's only 34,000 people in this county in Kansas. And on the same day, there was 3 girls that went missing, and I believe they were 14, 15, and 15.
14, 16, and 16.
14, 16, and 16, which I thought, okay, well, are they friends? Were they in a car wreck? What exactly happened that there's these 3 that are missing under the missing thing? So I started Googling each one of their names, and I couldn't find nothing. I mean, I spent a good hour on these 3 girls. I Googled their names. I went on Facebook. I Googled their name, or I looked up their names through Facebook, trying to find missing, a missing persons page for this child's name. And I couldn't find anything, and, I told Dennis, I thought, okay, well, this is very odd. There's no pictures on the KBI site. Some of the older cases will have pictures, and a few of the newer cases. But the majority of the missing people on KBI, there is absolutely no pictures. There's no information. It's just a name, the date they went missing, their age, the county, city. That's it.
So, in other words, they're not out in the public light like they should be. So I want to know why. Why are they not getting thrown out there like they should be? What's the holdup there? What's the problem there?
Right. And didn't we find a couple that they didn't update that they had been found, that they were still on there?
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I
Yes.
did find a couple that children, and I was Googling their names, and I found that they had been found, and KBI had not updated their website.
Oh my goodness.
So, I'm curious, but it's a pattern. It's a pattern. So if we go down the sex trafficking situation with these kids, if you go down the rabbit hole for sex trafficking, a lot of times it leads to like sporting events are going on,
Yeah.
things. So Tammy and I discussed, we need to look at these dates and see what type of events were going on in and around these different areas. There's lots and lots of children missing from the Wichita area. And it's just, it's all over. I'm not that familiar yet with the Missouri side of looking at missing kids. I have done it. And it's a lot different than the Kansas website. But with the Kansas website, I was trying to learn how to start putting stuff somehow in order. And I'm starting to learn how to run the search part of the missing, children and anybody that's missing in Kansas. And I've searched by the county. I've searched by age ranges. I've searched, you can search all the way down to each day of the month. So it's something that I'm going to have to spend some more time on. Hopefully we can do a whole, Sunday night episode on this, and I can have more information that I can get together and hand out, to Dennis and his side of the group. That way we can all discuss it with everybody and just see that, there is something going on.
Well, just like in Kansas City, though, my theory is that they have totally quit. Well, they did away with the missing persons for, say, what was it you call it? Uh, the department that
Yeah,
was
What?
special
Yeah.
persons. And so there's not enough money. They're cutting out those kind of things. So missing people are being kind of pushed to the side.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there was a police chief, I believe it was, that was leaving. I don't know if he retired or what the case was, but his last week there, he dismantled the missing persons division,
Yeah.
and now the sex crimes division are the ones who looks at the missing persons cases in Kansas City.
Oh my goodness. You're kidding. Really?
And Jen says, isn't it the family that really gets the names out there? Are these kids part of the system? I know the article I read, the 18,000 missing, they were in the system when they went missing. And as Alex is saying, the names coming up right now where there's multiple in the same location, basically just miles apart and the same day, there is no information that we're finding on those as far as details like that, other than this kid is missing.
Yeah.
And maybe a description, but I mean, no pictures, no other details.
Could it be because they are in the system that's all the work they're going to put into it? I mean,
And it's just not.
they're still human beings.
It's not always just the same day that there will be groups of children missing. There's also days that run together. There's multiple days. It'll be like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and there'll be a child go missing every day. And if we were talking cities that had a couple 100,000 people, maybe that wouldn't be that big a deal because statistically that's not a huge number. But if you're talking in a town, a county that only has 34,000 and you've got 2 or 3 that go missing in one day or 2 or 3 that go missing day after day after day, to me, that's kind of alarming.
Yeah.
And like I said, I would say that most all high school kids at this point probably have Facebook, they have Instagram, they have everything. I'm not saying 100% do by any means, but I just found it was very strange that there's numerous groups of these kids that I tried looking up and I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find a Facebook page for themselves. I couldn't find a, missing page for, any of them by themselves, because one thing I've learned with doing the TikTok pages or the TikTok videos is, and I know this is jumping a subject, but when I do the TikTok videos, I will post them on the Muddy Waters Facebook page. And then I get on the Facebook and I look for every single post group that deals with that missing person. And then I just randomly start going through every single one and I just start posting that TikTok video on if it's a news, a Facebook post from a news, article or a TV station, newspaper, all the way down to, each person who somebody has set up a missing persons page. I will go in there and do it because in the end, it's just keeping it in the public's eye. That's the whole point of it, and that's why I always say today I did numerous videos and one of them was Chance Engelbert and he is from, I believe it was Guerin, Nebraska, Gerin, I think it was.
Yeah.
I was able to get about 15, 20 pictures of him and he has a Facebook page. And there was numerous Facebook pages set up and, I started posting it on every single one, even the ones where nothing has happened in a month or so. I did it and it just helps anybody and no matter what, just to keep it, going to keep it in the public's eye.
Saying you've been doing amazing on those videos. They are those TikToks.
Yes,
those
they
coming
are.
out great.
I love how those come out. You do an amazing job with those, Alex.
Thank you.
And I was looking at some of them earlier, and it's just like, man,
I know the work he puts in. He even puts music to it. I mean, you do an amazing job.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I just, I try to do it. I had another one's mother. She messaged me today and thanked me for doing it. And she saw it. And I've had a couple of the mothers thank me. And whether anybody responds or not, I know that people are looking at them, and that's what it matters. It just matters keeping it in the public's eye for people to, not forget about these people, because that's one thing that I noticed with the KBI website. There's people on the KBI website that have been missing since the late 60s and early 70s on that website. And they are passed on no matter what, whether they just walked away or they were murdered, an accident happened, but they're all of age where they are all gone. But, there's nothing for at that time where people could have shared it like they do now to get the word out, and, today's technology with sharing information and stuff maybe could have saved people's lives back then.
Yeah.
Help find, or at least help bring closure to families.
seeing in his TikTok videos, I'm going to put a link to those down in the video description on this once everything wraps up tonight. And go on, if you haven't already, go on, check them out, share the videos, and help keep those out in the public.
Yes. It's the only way we can try to find these people.
Because Alex was mentioning how some of the families have reached out and told him thank you for doing that. And that's what a lot of these families are looking for, is somebody who's going to hear them, who's going to help get these cases out in the public, get the attention on the cases.
Yeah.
And just help share those TikTok videos and help get those out there. It does mean a lot to the families.
And to our, people that's here on with us tonight, all I ask is if you can spare a few minutes of your time, share them. If you can share them through TikTok, or if you can share them through the Muddy Waters Facebook page, it's just helping for all you can try to help and do. If it just takes just a couple minutes of your time, that's all we ask.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yep.
Help these families out.
Seeing guys, counting the names that are in here and looking at the numbers. If you haven't commented yet, go ahead and leave a comment, even if you just say hi, so we can get your name put in for the giveaways tonight.
Yeah.
Catfish, I'll send you a picture of the toy I bought Thursday. You'll love it.
And then Jen, exposure is key. Absolutely.
Yes.
That's the only way we can make sure something's done.
The more people looking at it and hearing it, the more people are going to keep their eyes open, be aware of missing people in their area. And that does help find a lot of people.
Absolutely. So.
And someone asked about Randy Leach earlier. I mentioned the searches coming up on that. I'm working with Justice Takes Flight right now to narrow down some things on Justin Seawick's case. And then we will be out doing a search for him. We also have Billy and Mary Black and Crystal Kipper searches coming up. And I'll leave it up to Alex if he gives the names of the people. But 2 of our viewers may be joining us on the ground in the search for Crystal Kipper. And
You know
I'm really
who you
looking
are.
forward to that.
You guys know who you are.
So, and I felt bad because when we went with Alex and Tammy to Dearborn to watch the fireworks,
Yeah.
I was introduced to some people,
Yeah.
said hi,
Candy Point,
walked
yeah.
away thinking, you know, those seem like really nice people, and ended up it was them. And I
Yeah.
felt,
Oh, I knew who it was.
oh my goodness.
The minute Alex said something, I knew exactly who it was. So
Yes. Yes. Tony and Margaret will be joining us on some of our upcoming searches. They are great friends. 100% trust in
Absolutely.
their judgment and helping us. And believe it or not, Tony has a situation that I think Tony is going to share with us one of these days when we can.
Tony, LOL.
It's a it's a firsthand situation, and I think Tony is going to share that with us one of these days. I've just with him, and he said he would, and it'll be interesting, you know. But a little throwback to just a minute ago, Dennis had mentioned Justin Seawick. Seawick, I'm not exactly how we say his name, but a couple of weeks ago, I went to the place where he was last seen, and I shot a little, couple minute video, and I just shared it, with Dennis and them, so he could show the girls just to see the situation where Justin was last seen, and the motel that he was taken from, supposedly this happened, and the Quick Trip gas station that was right near it, and possibly the video camera footage. And also, as I drove around the hotel, there was multiple cameras all around it.
Yeah.
And it is over, near my other house that I own. And I just made a little quick short video, but I just wanted, to give Dennis and them, a quick little, upfront view of the situation that happened with Justin. And, hopefully, we'll get some, we'll be able to get somewhere with his situation, someday if, things keep working out and, leads or information that possibly could come in and stuff.
See, in that video, it kind of really laid it out to see, where
Right.
this took place. And you mentioned an area there that you felt needed to be searched. And I've gone on like Google Earth, look in the area, and I feel we need to 100% get out there and search that area as well.
Yeah, it's just another, situation. We just need to get in contact with the, landowners to where we can, move forward with it. And we're, it's an odd thing. We're getting kind of a few areas in Kansas City, Kansas areas, that I hate to say a dumping ground, but could be places where, people are taken and dropped off that are, I hate to say it this way, but disposed of, we just have to see, where things take us with it. But I feel it's an area that needs to be checked.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
And Tony says his story also has Topeka ties. And Tony, you ever get ready to come on a live feed with us all and share your story and everything, let Alex know. We will get that scheduled and get you on here. That I think that could help keep others from becoming victims themselves by hearing somebody else's story. And I think it could possibly help a lot of people with that.
Yeah. Because I know it's going to take a lot for Tony to talk about this. It's probably not one of the greatest stories he's ever had to tell, but it takes a lot, and we appreciate it, Tony.
Again, Joanne says 14 watching, but only 5 likes. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up,
Thumbs
everyone.
up, thumbs up, hit the thumbs up button.
And with this coming week, there's going to be 1, possibly 2 videos released every evening starting tomorrow night. And most of these will be released to members first for the first 48 hours. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, turn on notifications.
Yep.
And even consider becoming a member and getting the videos 48 hours earlier than the regular public on that. And also, being we're up to 14, don't forget to comment so your name can be put in for
Yeah.
the giveaways tonight.
Come on, guys. Just to say hi. We'll throw your name in there.
I got pretties to give away.
Yeah, Megan's got pretties to give away.
And we also mentioned a while back ago in a live feed, we were discussing different fundraiser type things we can do to help us purchase some of the equipment we're needing. We do have some of those fundraisers in the works. I just broke my pen. And we'll keep you up to date on those. But one of the biggest pieces of equipment we're needing is ground penetrating radar. Crystal Kippers, it's going to come down to ground penetrating radar or cadaver dogs.
Hi, Wade. Thanks for joining us.
Star Boomer, we're going to need GPR. 99% certain with that one, GPR, we would be able to find her.
Oh, yeah.
So this would help us raise the funds needed so we can purchase GPR and be able to get out there and utilize that in bringing some of these missing people home. But we will definitely keep you up to date on that. Plus, bringing Crooked Trail Designs back up. Her Etsy page, a percentage of the proceeds goes towards the search and recovery efforts. And when the t-shirts will be available on her Etsy page in a week or so. And 100% of those proceeds goes towards search and recovery efforts and goes towards buying equipment and everything. So make sure to check that out. And again, she's only got a portion of everything that she has to offer on that page. And there will be more coming in the coming days on that.
Yeah, I thought Leanne would be on here. I was going to tell her I found
Yeah.
the abalone.
Yeah, we found what she wanted.
Hey, I want to say something. Last night, of course, I had to get up with my grandson in the middle of the night, about 2 a.m. And I finally got him back to sleep. And I come down in the kitchen and turned on Unsolved Mysteries. And the situation was a husband and a wife. And evidently the wife went missing. Prior to that event of her going missing, she had told one of her friends that if anything ever happens to me, my husband did it. And
Wow.
kind of try to make a long story short, they brought in the cadaver dogs into the house because one of the police officers had gone to visit the husband after he finally reported her missing. And thought the carpet in the house had been changed out. And he was like, no, I just cleaned it. Anyway, they brought the cadaver dogs in. The cadaver dogs went straight downstairs, all the way down the steps to a basement that had a dirt floor. And the spot he hit on, they dug, didn't find her, didn't find anything. And so months passed, and they contacted someone that had GPR. And so they brought the ground penetrating radar into the home and went over the whole basement that had the dirt floor. And it was neat because you could see on the recorded evidence that it had like these squiggly lines, like all over. And then there was a space where when he looked at his test, that was empty. There was nothing. And when they measured it, it was about 4.5, almost 5 foot long, and it was just an empty space. And
Wow.
they went back, they dug deeper, and if they wouldn't have had that ground penetrating, they would have never found her. But she was there. And they went upstairs, and he said, "Well, at least can I finish my supper before you take me?" And well, I was just like,
Okay. Now see, that's how important this equipment is, because if
"Yes."
dogs sit on something like that and you dig, you just know those, the dogs found it, blah, blah, and turns up nothing. That would just break my heart in a way. So, yeah.
And well, it was all over with. Of course, the spot that the cadaver dogs hit on the first time was the exact spot where she was buried. So they just didn't dig deep until they brought ground penetrating radar that saw the empty space in the dirt that they thought could have been her, and they dug deeper and found her. So it is very important. I think that it will be a huge asset for our team to have that. So
Yeah.
along with
Definitely.
I mean, it even helps if you guys want to just look it up, when you followers, if you just look up ground penetrating radar, and I'm sure you can find videos of it on YouTube or whatnot, and just see how it works. So absolutely. Tony says, what is the cost of GPR? It differs.
Yeah, that price ranges everywhere depending on what all you want to do.
Cheapest.
I've
if you
seen
could-
some
yeah.
for around 5,000 that would be adequate, but it's
Jennifer.
I had talked with a rental company. It's been a few months back, and this was something I was working with Dennis on. So I had reached out to a rental company that rents GPR units. And basically they are about 0 to 8 feet, and then about 8 feet, I think, to around 16. And then it was like 16, 18 feet to 30 feet. So basically I was put on a list because we had enough cases that we could rent it for a week. We could basically, work numerous cases, and it would be to our advantage. So I waited and waited and waited, and I didn't hear nothing back, and I emailed the company back. And basically the guy told me that, with everything that it had happened with COVID and all the shipping issues and stuff like that, that basically people were renting the GPR units and they were not returning them, and they were just because there were no new units to buy. So people were just renting them and not returning them and just paying for them outright. So basically, they basically told me at this time, that they just didn't have anything, and they asked me like what type of situation job. And so I went into the whole explanation of what we did. And, I wasn't asking them for, a favor or a freebie. I, told them that I was willing to pay for the rental and everything. And, this is, so awesome that you're involved in this. And, they were excited that, they could provide something, and they would, do something to help out. But they just said, unfortunately, we just don't have anything to rent to you, to do, and, anything to rent to where we could use it. And they make them all the way down, as small as a handheld unit that kind of looks like a lunchbox with a handle to something that you push, to some pretty big, high dollar equipment. And I located a company in, I think it was South Carolina, North Carolina, and it was called EasyRadar.com. And his units start at about, I want to say $6,500. But most of the other companies, they go anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 per unit.
yeah.
It just the radar technology, the display technology, stuff like that. But what's sad is we have a couple situations that where if somebody would just give us permission, if they messaged Dennis and they said, you can come here and do whatever you need to do, we would be there within an hour with the excavator and excavate where we possibly have
Right.
leads where somebody could be,
Right.
and we could return the area to pre-excavation, whether it's digging up a yard, tearing up concrete, repouring it. We have Jeff Phillips with Heartland Handyman and Home Services. He would be right there with us to, pour the concrete back, do all this. And it's just, if we could get, those are some situations where we have leads and we know we don't need the GPR. We know we've got some solid leads and we could move forward with excavating, but for the other situations where we have leads, but we really don't know, that's where the GPR, that's where we need it. That's
Right.
where we
Right.
need it to solve answers, get that, information to document it and have proof that the ground has 100% been disturbed where we could move forward. And that's what we need.
Yeah, because Star Boomer's case, after speaking with one of her relatives that I knew all my life, I am fairly certain of probably a 5-foot by 15-foot section that she may be buried under, and she would be buried underneath the concrete.
Right.
And
And just
situation where we could have it torn out, we could excavate, we could look, and if we find no answers, then I pay for it. I'll pay for it out of my own pocket to pour the concrete back and to do it. But at least her family would know she's not there. And then they can complain about it. Because I would dig as deep as I could dig to look and see if she's in the supposed area. We'd have Jeff right there. We'd get it framed back in, and Jeff would, finish the concrete, and we would return it to, before. It would be better than what it was.
Yeah, it would be better than what it was when we started.
And real quick, guys, not to change or get away from what we're talking about, but real quick, I noticed we got a few more people watching. Just a reminder, we are doing a giveaway tonight. All you have to do is comment. You can say, hi, what's up, you guys, whatever you want to do, but make sure you comment to get your name put in the giveaway because we're almost to the picking the winner here. So just say hi. Anyway.
Yeah, because
Alex loves digging.
there will be one more chance to comment to get the name
Yeah.
in here shortly.
Yeah.
And then we will move
Yeah.
straight into drawing names.
Right.
And Alex loves digging. LOL.
Likes to play in the dirt.
Our yard one day, I think we've told y'all that, just to find the school that used to be here.
I remember you told me about that. Yeah.
That school is cool.
Yeah. If you knew the history
history there.
of their home and the history behind it. Yeah. I love the story. Believe me.
And also, everybody, if anyone has ever done a good fundraiser, please send us a message and let us know something that was, was a good fundraiser that you've ever participated in. If you have any ideas, because we definitely want to try to start doing that so we can get the equipment that we need.
It's
And then
like we all got sick, with COVID again, and we have the TV, we have all kinds of stuff, and we really were so positive about doing the fair event And I had a big 10-foot banner made for Muddy Waters to hang up. And we're going to, so next time when we go live, expect to see the Muddy Waters banner hanging behind Dennis and the girls. Because it's going to be hanging.
All right. Look at Jen said, can you do I'm just going to read what Jen wrote real quick. Can you do a tutorial or example video of excavating before and after? This way, property owners what to expect and give them peace of mind, so they'd be willing to let you guys do this. It's a good idea, Jen.
Yeah, certainly we could put together something like that to show people.
Tony, you got something needs to be dug up.
Tony's place has had a drastic change since the very first time we met Tony and Margaret. That's kind of like my third home away from home. So I was hanging out at the place, clearing land and doing this and that.
See, and that's a really great idea, that input.
Yeah. Okay, Jet said, does anyone have a concrete patio or driveway they need repaired or replaced? Well, hopefully they should. Oh, Bobby says, hey, when's Dennis going to have that T-bone cookout?
Bobby, as soon as you provide the T-bone, we'll fire up the grill.
Yep.
Alex, how many T-bones can you eat, bud? Catfish is buying.
Yeah.
Hey, Dennis, do you have that picture I sent of Bobby to you still? Remember we talked about? I'm pretty sure it's Bobby,
Oh, it was a funny picture.
All right. Wade says, in the case of Randy, did they say whether or not Lori Kelly was going to help start an investigation?
Right now, no. Governor.
Oh,
Yeah, right now, she's not doing anything to help it from what
Yeah,
I've seen. and heard.
unfortunately. Yeah.
I haven't talked to Alberta in quite a while at this point, but from different Facebook posts and stuff that I've seen, Governor Kelly's not helping with the investigation.
Yeah. Jen says, I got an image of John Candy in the great outdoors with that T-bone comment. Oh my goodness, you remember that? Holy moly, I remember that, Jen. That was a good one.
Jen, wait till you see a picture. I'm pretty sure this is Bobby. I mean, I think I swiped it off his Facebook page. Used to be one of his profile pics about 10, 15 years ago. I think he was at a party or something.
Uh-oh. Jet, even the gristle. That is so true. I remember that.
I don't know how we're going to be able to hold it up to see.
You're going to get one side.
He ain't finished. And then that guy did that, the grin thing with the, the dimples. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not finding the picture.
They're using the laptop. That's why their picture is so big.
We had to stand back.
That must be Bobby saying, please don't post that picture.
Yeah.
That's going off.
No, Bobby goes, me furnished T-bone? No, I've got catfish.
Hey, that'll work too. We'll fry
Yeah.
up the fryers.
I got a picture of Jet Heartland taking down a triple cheeseburger too.
Boy, Alex has got dirt on everybody. Look out, everybody.
No, and I mean, this is a real honest to goodness picture of
Oh, thanks, Sean.
Mention Lisa joining us next week.
Okay. Again, Lisa Key will be joining us live next Sunday night to discuss the new developments in her son Aaron Key's case. So you guys do not want to miss that.
I'm not finding this picture.
Yeah, he doesn't know where it's
We'll
at.
have to find that and get that up for Catfish.
Yeah.
The Quadzilla would probably end up having to have a triple bypass though afterwards.
Oh, I got you.
John, we'll be
Hey, John.
here shortly, I believe.
I'm glad you came in right when you did.
And again, we want to extend the invite out to families of missing loved ones or those with a case or they're seeking the truth and justice. Any of you that would like to join us on a live feed, reach out to us. We will get that scheduled and get you on here. Lisa joining us again. I would like to have Courtney Cash's mother join us on here. And there's many others. So reach out to us and we will get that scheduled and get that on here. And what do you say? Give them one more time to comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Comment one more time, people.
Yep. Come on, guys. Just a simple, hey, how are you? Whatever. Because we're getting ready to actually pick winners here. So you got just a few seconds left here. Just a quick hey.
Say, my phone says 8:26, so at 8:27 we will draw names.
Yeah.
And is there anything you guys want to discuss on here before we just open it up to full discussion?
I think we've had a few questions about Randy stuff, so we'll definitely have to talk about Randy tonight a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Before we go into this discussion, Megan, if you want to hold up something, do them one item at a time, and we will draw.
Here, I will do the item. You do the drawing.
Okay.
All right. First item up, guys, for the giveaway. Silver anchors, hooks. Here we go.
And they are going to Jet Heartland Towing.
Yay!
Hey,
There we go. Congratulations, guys. Here, let's put the name with that piece so we know. Oh, ow.
Oh,
Yeah.
she already
Oh,
put
yeah.
the name.
She's got it. She's got it. All right. You want to do the little tiny ones? Okay, guys. These are the little tiny shields with the anchors on them. Little hooks.
Okay. And these are going to Miss Joanna Conger.
Yay, Joanne. Very good. Awesome. No, I'm not clapping for you, dog.
That is not.
Okay. All right. These are for the bronze anchors. Oh, camera's on this side, not that side. There we go.
Let's see who got these.
Here we go.
I hope I say your last name right. It's Wade, Lucy, or I'm sorry if I said your name wrong.
Yeah.
Wade, these are yours.
All righty. No, not you, dog. All right. The next one. Oh, okay. Next one are the spheres or the circles she had with the anchors in them.
Don Galt.
Yay! 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 Why am I the only one excited? Yay!
I feel kind of bad because everybody who's getting a pair of earrings
Are
is
the
a man.
men. It's the men, yeah.
well, they can give them to their.
Yeah, true. Oh,
Okay, the last piece of jewelry is
is
necklace.
the bronze anchor necklace. Here we go. Pick a good one. Yeah, go ahead.
Damien.
Way to go, Damien. New necklace for mom or whoever it may be.
Or you.
Or you, yeah.
Whoever.
You can wear it, but you want it. There we go. Now what are we doing?
We got 2 t-shirts.
Okay, here
Let's
comes the
find
big one,
shirts
guys.
first.
These are for the t-shirts, okay?
Okay,
Want
yeah,
me to hold it
these
up?
are.
All right, remember, this is what it looks like one more time. It's got our logo, Muddy Waters Search and Recovery. Here we go.
When I put them on the what am I talking about? The website.
Yeah.
If you are drawn for these shirts, just send us your preference of male or female, or unisex, excuse me, and size.
I'll hold the bucket. I'll be Vanna White.
I got it.
Sorry. Just trying to help.
Okay, the first T-shirt is Bobby.
Bobby, you won the first shirt, bud.
Okay.
Here, let me write shirt on that.
The last shirt goes to.
Drum roll. Hey, Aaron just showed up.
Oh, dang.
Darn it,
Here,
Aaron.
put his name in real quick.
All right, give me one real quick. Hold on, Aaron. We'll get you, bud. Hold on.
Real quick.
All right, you got to fold it up like the rest. Hold on, we're getting there. Hold on, Aaron, we're getting there. All right, name in the bucket.
Last chance. Anybody else coming?
Yeah, I'm telling you, you guys got seconds before she pulls it out. Drum roll. New one. Last one.
Josh Reed.
Yay!
So guys,
All right, sure.
email over your address you want these mailed to, and we will get those sent out. And again, on the t-shirts, let us know if you want the unisex or the ladies shirt and what size, and we will get those sent out. Do you want to type the email MWSAR22
At you? At what?
at yahoo.com. She's putting the email address in the comments, and just send them over to that, and you turn the computer a bit.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Sorry.
We still have do one more.
And there's something for them. I'm going to let Alex and Tammy jump in on this. Leave the names in there.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, guys.
Okay. We have a couple items as well. So this one is a $25 gift card for Buffalo Wild Wings.
Ooh, fancy.
Get Heart Towing.
Yay.
Okay. All right.
Girls want to draw?
Yep, here we go.
Okay, this gift card goes to Tony.
Tony, yay! Nice.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you want to write gift card on that?
Okay.
Oh, they can just
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, the next one. Go ahead, Tammy.
Ooh, it's the
Oh, it's the Google Mini, guys. These are awesome.
This is from Tony and Margaret.
Yes. I know, right? Wait, we're going to pull Margaret's name. Watch. All right, here we go. Did we?
Tammy.
Tammy, it's for you, honey.
I'm going to give it to someone
You
else.
did. You won. Let's do. Yeah, let's try that again.
We'll do one more.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Mac Randall Jr.
Yeah, Mac, you won the Google Mini guy. It's been a while since I've been on here. I forgot how to talk. Jeez.
Exciting. I really like this idea, and I think it'll be
It is. Yeah.
great.
So that goes to Mac. Congratulations. Are we doing another?
No.
Do you have anything else, or is that it?
Okay.
That's it.
Out of this allotment of stuff.
Saying Tony and Margaret and Heartland Towing, thank you very, very much for that.
Yes, thank you guys.
Yes. And that was, you want me to write Buffalo?
You could have put Heartland Towing to work the other day.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I could have used the Heartland Towing for my little, what I want to say, little
Tragedy.
tragedy that happened.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, my car We had to take it to the graveyard. I mean, it's that was all she wrote. So
And Mac, yeah, that'll work. You could send it over on Messenger. We'll get your address off
Yeah.
of there.
Both of those messages failed, so.
all right.
So, guys, let's jump into the open part of this.
Are we doing that one?
We will. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
As Alex said, Randy Leach's name has come up quite a bit tonight, and we do have a couple areas that we're working on, and search efforts on those properties is going to be prolonged. I think it's going to require several different methods to be able to clear those.
Is this okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if I turned it too much.
And in light of some things with not only Randy's case, but other cases as well, we won't be sharing footage of any searches. We will be filming, but we won't be sharing the footage until the property completely wraps up and we're done with that particular search. Then we will get that footage out to you guys. Safety of the team is number one priority in these cases. If we get out there and something happens to one of us, that's taking us away from the search efforts to address the new situation. So we just want to make sure we're being safe, and we will get those videos released to you as soon as we can. But just know we do have a lot of things going on with Randy's case right now.
You're welcome, Josh. Thanks for joining us.
And hopefully we find answers in Randy's
Yeah,
case.
he'll always be, like we've said 100 times, he'll always be our first case, our biggest case. And I'm right there with you with that. So
And then going to Crystal Kipper's case, we're still waiting to get permission from a property owner there. Once that has been completed, then we will be boots on the ground on that piece of property. This property, it's predominantly a land search, but there may be some water search involved.
Yeah.
And we will be filming that. And that's the one that Tony and Margaret may be joining us on. The Justin Seawick, again, we're working with the Missing Person Center to... We know a body of water. We don't know what body of water. So
Right.
we're working with them to narrow that down to get the location where we need to go and do that search. As soon as we have that, we will be loading up, going there and getting that search done. Then Billy and Mary Black. We have, and I still don't know the 11 ponds in Atchison that Jacob with Chaos Divers come up and cleared.
Yeah.
I wish I knew which ones those were for sure to be able to narrow down that.
Yeah.
But we will be back out at Bean Lake doing sonar search. There's another area in Atchison I feel needs to be searched. And then if those are clear, we're going to be switching gears and looking in the direction of where they grew up together.
Yeah.
Billy and Mary grew
that's-
up together.
that may be, you never know. That's
So we've got 5 or 6 search locations
Yeah.
out that direction already, but we want to narrow down or be able to eliminate the ones that are closest to all of us first. And if they're not in this area, we know it's
Yeah.
time to change gears on that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And also, we might have a possible location on Zeta Gordon that we've talked about also. She is another one. She's another case where it's more than likely going to need to be GPR. But we've been doing a little talking, a little research, and we have an idea where she might be. So that's another one that's going to be a boots on the ground situation. And I have a feeling that this fall everything's going to hit at once. We're going to finally get all these permissions, and we are, we're going to be out every weekend possibly, with if these all hit, and just everybody would answer phone calls or answer letters that maybe wrote, somehow getting permission, if we just, if all this will work out and will align, we will be super busy. I mean, we really are. We're gonna go from being keyboard investigators to boots on the ground investigators.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
I mean,
All right.
And I am ready for that. I'm ready to be on the ground.
Says Bobby wrote, I think Jacob has cleared 4 ponds already. Aaron wrote, did y'all see that AWP said they will come back to Randy's case if they get enough donations for an underwater GPR magnetometer?
I did see that, but I also saw that their focus with that would be Stranger Creek. And in all honesty, there was little to no water in the creek.
Yeah.
And if the car would have went in there, it wouldn't,
No.
nothing would have covered it.
No.
It wouldn't have floated and it would have been found. Now, if they do make it back with that,
Yeah.
awesome. At the very least, if it's an area Randy's not in and they search it, that's another tool to know that that area has been cleared with that method as well. Or if they do find something with it. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, if they want to come back and look, that's awesome. I mean, absolutely. But I don't know.
all the eyes and all the attention and focus on a search that any of these cases can get, it's always a good thing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But Stranger just worries me because there was nothing in that time frame that stands out that a vehicle's going to be there.
And
also with the water being reported as low as it was and visually reported, and the numerous people that did search, that did do flyovers, I personally don't believe Randy's in the water.
Right.
I've focused to other ideas and ideas that, we've all discussed as a group. Just personally, how I feel, I just don't believe he's in the water at this point. We did do the experiment with the truck in the woods near my house off the highway. We did prove that, in the month of April that, the number of weeks that it took that, it could disappear from the road. I believe that if somebody would have ran off the road and went through the trees, it would have been more of an obvious sight that trees have been knocked down. And, I believe that people mowing grass or highway workers or, county road people, people snow plowing in the wintertime, I just feel that they would have seen a car off the side of the road,
Right.
But that's just my personal feelings through stuff that we've talked about, discussed, did experiments and learned, and and we've done a lot of it. We really have done a lot of late night talks and taking pictures and doing this and doing that, but not 100% to say that he's not in water. I'm not making that accusation that he couldn't be. I just don't believe it at this point. Not with the water levels and everything else that's happened.
Seeing,
yeah, we need to read that one.
and I know we've been we've been out on location, and by searching, we've been able to clear 18 different areas to where we know without a doubt there was nothing there. So we do have 18 areas that are clear, and then we've got several others that we were not able to deem those as clear. We felt they needed a little bit more search.
Now, earlier though, Josh did ask, is there any updates on Summer Wells?
Now, Summer Wells, I did try to do a video the other day and ended up it had no volume to it. Hey, I hit my head Tuesday night, so I'm still not completely there.
Even my youngest went, I think he needs to redo that video. I don't know what happened. So,
but with her, as far as the investigation itself goes, even with law enforcement and with us digging into things, there is still no real update on her case. Her father has released a letter from jail, and they shared it on their YouTube channel. And it was 2 letters, actually, or a letter and a poem. One of them addressed to Summer, one of them addressed to the people that took her. Basto maintained that she has been abducted. And I've got moments where I'm so back and forth over what may have happened. That's why I don't like focusing too much on the hows and whys, just where might they be.
right.
But
It is. It's constantly back and forth.
I
And
know
it's aggravating.
when we watched the Dr. Phil episodes where the parents were on there, I mean, I understand the family's going to be visibly upset. They're not going to act like you would expect them to act because it affects everybody different. But there was a lot of concerning things. Dr. Phil and the body language experts all comment how one particular parent action showed that they were hiding something.
Yeah.
But all the news articles come out and it's saying that Dr. Phil and the experts said there's absolutely no way family's involved in this. So it's even that is contradicting, and it's like every detail in the case contradicts itself. The times have changed. What family was doing when Summer went missing has changed multiple times. I mean, the whole scenario has changed multiple times. And there are a couple areas I would love to go down there and search, but
That's a different story.
Basically the scenarios you have, was she actually abducted?
Yeah.
Did she wander off? Was there foul play involving maybe family, or at least family knowing about it? Or is there foul play that the family doesn't know about?
Yeah.
And there's wandering off is still possible. I mean, where they live with the mountainous in the woods.
Honestly, though, I don't think she did. Honestly, wandering off, I just don't see it happening. I mean, yeah, she knows where she's at. She's played outside quite a bit, obviously, but to wander off, what was?
Well, here's the thing.
I don't see it.
With the creek there, there's other big holes. There's drop-offs. Could she have wandered off and fallen and gotten hurt and just was never found? That kind of situation. I know in the reports, the search dogs actually trailed her from the back door of the house back through the woods down to the main road and lost her scent there. You know, was she abducted there? If so, you got the other kids in the house. You got her mom and grandma right outside the house. They have a dog that would have been barking if a stranger was there trying to kidnap a kid.
I don't know. The whole Summer Wells case, there's so many scenarios that could have happened. And I'm just, it's been going on for so long now. I'm terrified that she's not alive anymore.
Yeah, and Mac, nothing is consistent with the Summer Wells case.
No.
Jen did say though, I've put a few new locations on the map and started numbering the tips to keep better track of them.
All right, on. And again, Jennifer, I got to put your name out here
Yeah.
again. The work you've done on that map is just so incredible. I don't know if anybody could ever do a map like you do them.
Right.
We're very,
I,
sorry.
You're okay.
We're very fortunate to have Jen joining us and doing all the work that she's done, because she's really done some great things. So.
Yeah.
I would like to have her come on whenever she has time and she's ready. I'd like to have her come on and, do another update to her map for everybody to see.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everything that she's been working on, off and on over the last couple months since she's been on last time.
Yeah.
We know she had a new job and she had changed things up and she was super busy. But I would love to have her come back on and, do her thing and show us, her updated work and everything to the map, because she is an asset into what she has done.
Yeah.
She's an asset to Randy.
Yes.
Fortunately, I can't say that, but she is a tremendous asset to him for, everything she's done.
She even said it's all to help you guys. Absolutely, Jen. We love you. And then Josh said, that's what I was told from some people from Tennessee. They thought that she was sex trafficking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There it is. Thank you, Tammy. But yeah,
See, and that's something that I don't think can be ruled out.
I think we've literally made a list of everything that could have possibly happened to that little girl.
See, then we try to rule things out, and we can't.
We
do
can't
it.
rule
I mean,
anything out. That's the thing.
And now that you guys just mentioned her and the sex traffic thing, I would like to go in on Tennessee's state's website and see if they have a missing people's thing, see the date that she went missing, and see if there's any other children in any other county, anything in that area, to see if we see anything, like we've seen in Kansas, what's going on there.
Oh, Jen just wrote, anytime. There's nothing too big to report, just some renewed interest in the Irwin property pond.
Now, that pond, to my understanding, has been searched.
Yeah.
And I want to say it was searched a couple different times.
Yeah. Oh, Catfish has to refill his drink there. Every one of you are doing an awesome job, and I had to get an iPad at Hotspot just so I can keep up with it.
Well, Wade, just wait, because I'm going to have one, possibly 2 videos a night all
Hey,
this
Mark.
coming week coming out.
You are so late, Mark. Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh, you missed the giveaway.
You missed the giveaway, Mark.
In Catfish, I had to
Same,
refresh
yeah.
my drink too. That's why when they started the giveaways, I disappeared for a moment. I needed a
That's-
new drink.
Yeah, that's up to you guys if you want to redo it, because there's new people that came on. You've got Ponytail, you've got Mark.
Okay.
Where's
yeah,
my-
Ponytail? and
Here,
Mark.
I'll write them down. I got you. So we've got Ponytail on here and Mark. Anybody else join, or did
What
we
did
get
you
them?
give away? Another shirt.
Since left, take his name out and throw it out.
Who?
Bobby, Catfish.
Oh yeah.
And Mark, we done some giveaways a little bit ago, and we drew names out of a bucket, and anybody who commented tonight got put in a giveaway.
Here you are, Mark. Right here.
You and Ponytail
Yep.
come on
I got yours, Ponytail.
after, so we're going to give away another Muddy Water Search and Recovery shirt. And
Sorry, got to make it extra tiny here.
Mark,
Did
you
I
got
forget?
another chance right now.
Did I forget anybody real quick? All good in the hood. Did I forget anybody that jumped on real quick? I think we're caught up,
You had
right?
Jen in there.
Jen's in there.
Yeah, she's in
all these have been picked already. Yep,
Okay,
we're good.
yeah,
Did I put Aaron in there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys.
Oh,
Megan's getting excited
yeah,
here.
run away.
All right, here we go. Lat is for another t-shirt.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Ponytail.
Hey, Ponytail, you just got a t-shirt. Yay.
All right.
Here.
I got my Pepsi catfish.
You got it? All right, there we go.
And Ponytail, just send us your shirt size and if you want a female shirt or a unisex shirt.
You want to do any more or are we good? I'm short and white. Did you see what she wrote? It's your choice if you guys want to do any more.
Up to you.
Oh, wait, guys.
She's on a roll. She's going to
Megan's
pull
doing
one
more.
I have 5 people left, so I'll do one more.
All right, this is the last one. One more and then we are done. Make it a good one. Make it a good one.
Jen.
Jen, yay, you got a t-shirt. Woo! Wade said, I'll have to read up on Summer Wells. I ain't read any of that stuff yet. So
Wade, I do want to caution: be careful of the rabbit holes because they are everywhere. But definitely look into that case. It is something else.
yeah. Say, I'm sending Alex the bones from my catfish.
Oh,
You mean he left the bones? I figured he would have ate everything.
And Jen, I'll wear it with pride.
hey, the bones from catfish. I've heard of stone soup. I haven't heard of catfish bone soup, but it might be worth trying.
Mark just said the Irwin Pond was added after 88. Yes.
Yes. I want to say there was and I don't know if it was on that property, but there was a small, almost like a cattle water hole somewhere out there that someone brought up to me, but it wasn't big enough. And then it was also searched at the time. But then the bigger pond there, it was dug after 88. Mark, that t-shirt is going to be very valuable once Muddy Waters and Company find Rainy.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about these open discussion live feeds and talking about these cases with you guys. You know, if we go out on a property and we recover somebody, we can't take all the credit for that because of the teamwork that's here working with you guys, discussing these. You guys are just as much a part of this as we are.
Yeah.
And Mark, I know you have been working on Randy's case and some of these others just as much as many of us have. And it's all about teamwork. The Summer Wells case reminds me of the case here in Australia.
Where are you, Aaron?
So I saw. I read that.
It says
I
this,
mean, Australia.
there was a tiny pond there, but it was dried up a few times. Watch
Right.
Dennis Ponytail. He may send you an XXX large. He doesn't always wear his glasses.
That's what I got Megan for.
Yeah.
How come Megan's not in the picture no more?
She doesn't
hiding.
like to be.
I've been playing with the dog back here so he don't jump up.
Come on
She's
in,
still
Barbie.
back here then.
I'm still
Watch your
here.
toes. Watch your toes.
We like you being here.
I'm here.
Jen says, someone recently saw what looks like a vehicle in Pond 3. Wade wants to know, where do you buy a t-shirt? Spit it out. you got her, Wade. Way to go.
Yeah,
Nice.
This coming week, next week at the latest, I'm gonna have some of the shirts available on my Etsy page. So
Put that down there so they know.
we'll put that down here pretty soon, and you can buy them on there.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
We didn't know that. That's awesome. Aaron's, yeah, he is. That's what we thought. That's so cool.
It is.
Most people buy the shirts with money, Wade. What? Bobby, God.
We'll let you trade some fresh caught catfish for a shirt, Bobby.
Oh man.
I want to go back to what Bobby said about a body being found near the party. We missed that. I am so sorry, Bobby. Yeah, he did say something about that. Of course. I have to go back here and see if we can find it. Ow! Hold on, guys. Denny disappeared on us here. Do you remember seeing that, Alex or Tammy?
That's news to me.
I did.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't.
I saw it, but I think I just completely skipped over it.
Yeah.
There's him with his getting more vodka and orange juice. Okay, I think Jacob has cleared 4 ponds. That's an old one.
There we go.
There it is. Dennis,
Show
did
it.
you here? Let me show it.
There you go.
Dennis, did you do that search on that body that was found not far from where the party was on Randy's case? And obviously, we can't answer that right now. But I completely missed that.
I do
Whoops.
too.
Whoops. We'll have
Oh,
that
no.
answered in just a second. Did you see that? Do you see that comment, Tammy?
Yes. It's not-
Not sending Alex no catfish for sure, but I'll send Tammy some.
Bobby's definitely not getting a Christmas card this year.
All right, let's
But
I
since
posted
organics business, I will send him a nicely box of fresh Camden Point organics. Fine. If he grows tomatoes.
all right. Dennis, did you do that search on that body that was found not far from where the party was on Randy's case? That's the question Bobby asked.
It's research.
Or I'm sorry, research.
I actually forgot about that, so I have not looked into that yet.
What is this?
Oh,
I mean, I've never heard of this other body. I mean,
and then Mark says, anyway, to get Mrs. Leach on board, go around and work with Jen to gain the permissions we need, and then do a 2-day search with multiple teams and knock out about 20-30 ponds in 2 days. Woo!
That would be nice
Yeah,
if she would agree to it.
that would be amazing. Yeah. There's only one problem. Yeah,
And that makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
right? Exactly. And Bobby, I'll send Alex carp. You have that carp. Enjoy that.
And Bobby, do you know whereabouts exactly that body was found, or a time
Oops,
frame
I
that it
have
was
that
found
right
in?
there. What is that? Up there.
Because you posted the comment.
Oh.
remember we had talked one time, didn't you tell me there was a website that lists where human remains were found, but there was no name associated with them? Isn't there a website, something that has something to do with that?
Bobby said that's the one I told you that AWP found out.
Oh, was it in the barrel out by Gardner Lake? I think it was.
I don't know. Alex just asked you something.
Alex, repeat that. I'm sorry.
So I thought one time when Dennis and we had talked, there was a website that it's a database of human remains that were found, but there's no names connected to them. Wasn't there a website or something that had that type of database of information?
Somebody had told me that there is, but I didn't have an actual name for it, and I've tried looking it up, and I haven't found it yet.
Because I if I remember right, it was something. It was one. I don't know if it was by the if Kansas had it only, or if it's a nationwide database, and you can search by state, city, county. Maybe Bobby might know about. But it's something. It was something that discussed where human remains were no name to it.
Mark says, yes, there's a database like that. That's how a woman was identified a few months ago, not sure of the name. And then Bobby said, no, they found the body beside the road. Aaron
Body parts in the back.
said, was that the body parts in the bag?
They found up here. Remember? Found a body in the bag up here off one of these exits going to St. Joe. Remember us talking about it?
I want to read Jen's comment.
And it was body in the bag on the side of the road.
Oh.
Jen just put, Name Us is the website, but I've combed old newspapers that were reports of people being found in them, not on Name Us, but nothing real close to Linwood. Wow. I need to look that website up. I want to see what that's all about.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd be curious to go back to 1988 or 89
Yeah.
and, look in the KC metro area and, anywhere from Kansas City to Topeka, and see what we can find.
Bobby says, go back on your messenger, Denny, on the body I told you about. You should still have it.
Okay.
What did Mark say?
Now, we did have, it's been quite a few years, but there was I can't remember if it was a woman or a man, but somebody had been murdered, and it was it at the Kearney exit where the head had been put in a cooler and left at a rest stop or a gas station.
Oh, I remember that.
Dennis, you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I mean, it's been quite a few years, and I can't quite remember the whole story too, how it went down.
I remember that because I was laying brick at the time, and we weren't far from there when they found that. We were actually working up in Kearney.
Mary. Hi, Mary. Maybe Alberta knows where he went. He may have had to leave state for his own safety. Might be why she was so quick to dismiss the National Geographic pic. That sounds, yeah. Jen said the map has a section of identified male remains found from 88.
Wow.
Thank you, Jen.
Well, I think we just need to do a little bit of keyboard investigating on that scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, if Jen is seeing something, then we just need to look into it. And even if it was who knows? How many years afterwards that something could possibly.
Well, there's so many of these cases that, DNA testing wasn't as prevalent as it is now in cases. So I think sometimes they're going back and retesting.
Yeah.
Now because DNA is so advanced.
Did Alberta and Harold, Randy's mother and father, excuse me.
Sorry, that was funny. Sorry, Alex.
Sorry. They ever give up DNA to be put on record that way?
They do have his DNA in whatchamacallit. They do have that on file.
Okay.
I never thought of that. That's a good for the DNA. I'll be
Yeah.
darned.
Hey, and just a real quick note, not to change the subject from Randy, but I don't know if a lot of people know, but Unsolved Mysteries has been making episodes again, and it's on Netflix. And Dennis had told us about Alonzo Brooks episode, and
No.
another girl. I told Dennis about it, Leah Chapin from Southern Missouri. So they've done 2 cases just right around our area. But just didn't know if people knew that I was a big fan of Unsolved Mysteries growing up, because my grandpa on my dad's dad, my grandpa Ames, he was in the same flying squadron as Robert Stack.
Oh
So-
my goodness, that is so cool.
Had my dad, growing up, he would always say, your grandfather flew with him. So we always watched Unsolved Mysteries together and talked about it. But I didn't know just till a few weeks ago that Unsolved Mysteries was back on TV. It's basically through Netflix. But if anybody was ever a fan of it, they are doing or have done. I'm not sure if they're still doing it. I just got back into it. But, just in the last couple of years, they have been making new episodes, and Tammy and I has been catching up on them in our free time.
They still have the creepy music though.
It's a little different. The way
Okay.
that
I could never watch it in the dark. The music alone scared the living bejesus out of me.
Oh,
it's the same music, they change how fast.
We've missed a lot.
But
All right, let's see. Mark, Unsolved Mysteries should come back to Linwood.
Yeah.
Wade said there was a body found in the same area where Randy's missing. Was there? Where's your glasses? I'm going to the eye doctor soon, Bobby. Just let you know. Jen said human error is very real possibility. You want to go back up?
Yeah, because she said she thinks it's very
Oh.
possible his remains could have been found and something slipped through the cracks, human errors.
Oh, yeah.
And that is possible.
Yeah.
And
Just
even going beyond just human error,
No, I'm right.
technology too can have its flaws. So there's more cracks there. Something could have slipped through where that is a possibility.
Yeah. Jen said just because Randy's DNA is in the system, that doesn't mean the small police agencies submitted DNA from the remains found in the 80s and 90s. Bobby said, according to AWP, they said that someone found that body in some weeds beside a road within 3 miles. Holy moly.
I don't remember ever hearing that.
I don't either.
I don't either. And then Josh said, did they ever find out if there was a body in that cave?
Maybe that concoction that Bobby's drinking is a little too strong tonight.
Yeah. Easy on the screw of the screwdriver there, Bobby.
And with the cave, they never did find out. They said there's not, then they sealed up the cave.
Yeah.
So that one,
That one's a pain in the butt because
just the way
yeah.
that was handled
Yeah. Yeah.
was ridiculous. And
Yeah.
that was the Gardner Lake area. He was identified.
Oh.
And Jen, wasn't he the one that was in a barrel out there by Gardner Lake? And I believe that was the same episode that AWP went out to Gardner Lake and was going to search it, but they put it back burner and didn't search it because of all the boats that are out there. They felt somebody would have done.
Oh, I
some
remember that.
illegal.
Yeah.
I want to say that was the same episode that was mentioned.
Bobby said, not enough yet, Alex.
But I'm gonna have to dig in to see about
yeah.
what Catfish is talking about.
Yeah.
there and see
Yeah.
what we can find out.
Did you get everybody's address?
Oh,
Let's see.
Jen said, no, Gardner Lake. It was old remains, but not in a barrel.
Okay.
There we go.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I should have 11.
I've got
Or
3 at the moment, but some of them will come once. it wraps up.
Actually, I only need 10 because they can give him.
Okay.
What year did AWP find this body?
That was the. I don't remember if it was their first trip out. We're laughing at you.
What?
Normally we're having technical difficulties. Today we're having Chrissy difficulties.
Chrissy forgot where the light switch was. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Probably safe to say
The
it's not
second trip.
time in your all's place either.
Are y'all talking crap on me?
Just a little.
Just a little.
It's easy to do when someone makes it so easy.
Ooh.
Flux could kill.
I know where you live, Dennis.
I'm more concerned about her, and she laughs, so I'm good.
Oh, I can handle her.
Jen said they didn't find it, but they mentioned it in their video.
So right now I've got 3 addresses. And let's see if I've got.
Okay. This is Leach. If you're following along this evening, would you consider working with us to knock on doors and ask the permissions we need to get some searches done? Who could say no to you? And Jet Heartland Towing, are you trying for Dennis's hat at the very end? No, he won't get rid of that dang thing.
That would have saved him the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't wearing my hat, and I was printing stuff off at the computer, leaned back. The back of my chair, and Megan's sitting on the chair right now, but the back broke off. I went back of my head first into the floor, knocked me out. And if I'd have been wearing my hat, it would have provided some cushion. And Catfish, I don't guess I'm as hard-headed as you thought, because that sure knocked me for a loop.
He said he'll give you 25 for the hat.
Hey, Dennis, you know them chairs have a weight rating too, just like
I've been waiting on that.
He said
They
the
gotta
chairs have a
wait.
weight limit. Oh my gosh.
You know, if that's karma, I'm not going to pick on you no more.
the only reason I know that is because if I do something with Jeff, I always thinking that we might have to like ratchet strap 2 ladders together.
You ratchet strap 2 ladders together, call me. I will come out and video it and share that with everybody.
Yeah.
Wait, let me. Dadgummit. Here are the songs.
All right, remember everybody to send your address. If you haven't,
We only have 3 at the moment, so everybody that want a shirt, if you want it, send us the address.
To know how to
About that at all.
get back his Nest,
Not really.
his Google Nest.
Yes.
This should just sit over.
oh God, just wrote on the dog.
Do what you got to do to get the job done. Hey, I'm not against it if it works, but I just want to film it in case it doesn't work. Okay, Mac. Yeah, we've got your address now, Mac, and we'll get that sent over to you. You know, I don't even know who won what. 'Cause
I know,
I
I
went
know.
upstairs to get a drink.
What is this?
Get into the question of what I asked about.
A body being found. Oh,
What did he ask?
Wait, I think that's the one that was either at Gardner, out by Gardner Lake, or the one that Catfish mentioned tonight. And I haven't heard about that one, so we'll be looking into that to see if we could find anything on it.
and that's fine, Josh. That's fine. You can send it after we're done. 10-4, Jen. We need her to get the permissions because these private properties have to get searched again with the modern equipment. Oh, Wade said, does Linwood have any unclaimed remains? Oh, that's a good one. Do you know?
Yeah,
Checked into. Well,
I want to say that Jennifer commented that they didn't, but I'm not
Yeah.
certain on that. I'm in trouble for something I didn't do right.
You spelled his name.
It's because of his injury.
I'm not a good speller.
It's your injury.
Hey, I'm gonna ride that out as long as I can. Then
Yeah.
he gets
messed
me out
up
of
on-
trouble at home.
He messed up on writing something, and we just said, "Oh, it's your injury." He can't spell.
I couldn't spell before the injury. I can't spell that well, and I can't pronounce names that well. And they all know that from hearing me pronounce some of these last names and stuff, and these city names.
Mark, I haven't had anything in regards to the National Geographics.
nothing.
Nothing. I mean, I've changed the name of it a few times. I've done a few different things trying to get more people to look at it. And nothing at all. I've had some suggestions on what to change it to. I haven't yet.
In different places to post.
Yeah.
But just as in just traffic coming along to look at it, nothing. I've never had a private message. I've never had anybody message on anything and say anything. I mean, I would think with the Sunset Strip area, I would think that it would have a lot of people who might be interested in it. Just seeing that when they search that word on Facebook, but unfortunately, I have nothing has became of it whatsoever, and I don't know what to do really.
I know that picture though, Alex. I mean, I've been patiently waiting to see if we come up with any answers, because that picture just, every time I have a free moment, I think about that. It's weird. It pops into my head, and I have been patiently waiting for someone to answer so we can find out who that person is.
Yeah,
I've reached out to Nat Geo.
Yeah.
I've reached out to contact information I've gotten on the photographer, different relatives of the photographer.
Yeah.
And they haven't responded anything back.
Yeah. Okay. Jen said only the supposed body parts in bags, but that's DeSoto. And at this point, it's urban legend because there's nothing on it anywhere. Oh, goodness. Let me get the mouse here. Go back up. I know we missed some here. What's everybody laughing about here? Oh, hey, Alex, I need a redneck fish finder. That'll work just right in my boat. I'll hold you by your feet. That's from Bobby.
We one time we went down in Missouri. We went when you get in the canoes, what's that called? I forgot what it's called. When you go
Float trips?
trip, yeah.
Yeah.
And we were with a whole bunch of us went, and a bunch of my friends, and me and this other buddy of mine. We were, of course, I'm a big guy, and he was a bigger guy, and I remember we were dragging through the rocks, and everybody was saying we had fat man sonar because the bottom of the canoes were dragging through the rocks, so we knew how deep we were.
Okay. All right. Here, I'll get you back up where we were here. Wade emailed the address, and then Jen said only the supposed body parts and bags, but that's DeSoto, and at this point it's urban legend because there's nothing on it anywhere. And then Ponytail said can't do a face search on either one of them. Can we do a face search on either one of them? How would you do that? How would you send? Who would you send that to? Well, I guess send it to a database. I guess.
When going back to the whole pictures with the National, we had discussed before. I know everybody has seen it once or twice in their life, but you will see pictures of people who've been on drugs. And you will see the differences between weight gains, just the deterioration of their faces with prolonged drug abuse. You'll see different things like this, and we've talked about it. Well, what if people gain and change weight? I mean, 20 pounds can make a huge difference in someone's.
Yeah.
So, thinking about it. It does look like Randy to a point, the way his hair, the calyx, the way his hair is turned. It is possible that it's him, but it's very possible it's just not,
Yeah.
But as for someone that's looks, this person looks more like Randy than he does not. And that's why such a strong case thought that this person is Randy, and like we've talked, we've discussed it before in the past that people said there was comments, there was rumors, there was accusations made that Randy was going to run away to California.
Because Alex just posted a good one. Alex, you should post it in the Facebook groups for neighborhoods close to the Sunset Strip. That's another good one. They might know something.
It's a good idea, Jen. I can be upfront and honest here. Tammy and I have a close friend. He is gay, and he is from the Sunset Strip area. He was there, and when
he's asked.
He even told me.
You're looking it up, Wade.
He told me. He said, "Alex, you need to post this you need to find the gay Facebook pages." And post it in that lifestyle pages and see, because he said that the percentage of people that were gay that walked that area of the Sun Strip was very high. And he said, I would post it there. He goes, I was there in my younger years, and I've thought about doing that. I just haven't yet, He told me, he says, you might get some hits that, you wouldn't have normally just because people might have known people,
you just never know.
And I don't, and I haven't done it yet. I've just honestly hoped that with what I posted and the Sunset Strip, I just thought that it would gain traction and take off. And unfortunately, it has not.
Yeah.
I haven't even gone on the marketplace in the Sun Strip area and posted an ad on Marketplace just saying, can you please help identify these two people? I haven't done that yet. I don't know. it's still a rumor that truly needs to be proven one way or another. One way is yes, it was Randy, or yes, no, this is me. Hi, my name's Joe. That's a picture of me and my friend, Fred.
That's what I would like. That's what I'd really like to happen, so we can shut that down, make us feel a little better.
That's what it needs to happen. And if it does, then we can just delete it out of the whole Randy Leach scenario.
Yeah.
If we can prove it, then we can, it's one less thing that anybody has to ever focus on. It's not one of our top focuses by any means, but it's there. I mean,
Right.
It in the pie chart of, accusations, rumors, leads. It is in the pie chart of where Randy is or what happened to him. I personally think it holds more ground than him being in water at this point. I mean, I in my head, I think I can see him going to California versus him going off in water that wasn't deep enough to hide a car in a creek.
Right.
That, talked about. But that's just how I feel,
See, it's close enough. It's got to be rolled out without a doubt to be able to call it clear.
Yeah. And, it's just like when we talked about the play, it was brought up in the play, and it was brought up in the play because the person who put the play on had heard enough rumors about it, evidently, because he mentioned it in the play,
Right.
and I just, it's just hard to say. I mean, I wish it was a better picture. I did that app on my phone where, we talked about it before, where you can take a picture and make somebody come back to life. And I was all excited thinking that I would take this picture of these two guys on this thing and put it in the app, and the app would manipulate it and turn this head and look like. And it did a little bit, but it just wasn't. If it was a picture you took with your phone versus a picture you took a picture of out of a book or magazine, maybe it would have done something different. But, I mean, I wish we could come up with some other way to get pictures, to do facial imaging, searches, this and that, and try to see if we could come up with the evidence,
Right. Wade, we did receive your emails, so we're good on that part. But Mark says, I don't think it's him. However, I would love to identify these guys so we can put this to bed after all these years. Mark actually brought something up earlier. Most of the iPhones nowadays, most phones, period, they have facial recognition software in them. I wonder if there's an app we could do to do that and maybe scan his picture in.
I know you can search images through Google somehow.
Yeah.
I don't remember how to do it. If I did, I would have done, I would have done it. Sure. Yeah. I know you can do it.
Right.
I've had friends that have done stuff before in the past with it. But, like Jen says, a winter project.
Yeah.
I mean, trying somehow to figure out some way to get some type of technology to do it, just kind of like the technology with Google Earth, that's somebody that I've been wanting to call and try to have a conversation with and see if we can get any better imagery of pictures, because I've noticed on a lot of pictures, I can see stuff on people's property just fine. Other pictures, everything's blurry. Is there anything we can do as a, research group looking for missing people? Is there anything they can provide to us to help? A perfect example was the picture of what looked like a person caught in the tree, that we were dealing with a couple weeks ago. behind Wyandotte County Lake off the spillway. You know, hands down, it looked like a person. But
Mhm.
Yeah.
we could only zoom in, but it looked like a person with a shirt and jeans and tennis shoes.
Yeah.
And we just couldn't zoom in. And I mean, why can't we? We can take pictures of stuff on the moon and zoom in. Why can't we zoom in any closer on something on Earth? I mean,
You know, I wonder if maybe you could talk to law enforcement and see. I know they've got the technology to do it and explain the situation. They probably say, you know, we can't because whatever, but they would be the best bet because they have that technology. They obviously do that. So, oh, Jen's comment real quick. I've often wondered if he survived the night of the party, skipped around for a few days, weeks, and perished sometime after. It would link a lot of the rumors together and make them possible. Wow. Yeah. Bobby said, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Alex.
I've always made the comment, and I've discussed it with you all, Tammy. I truly think between 11:15 and 11:30 was the time that Randy knew he had to be home by midnight. I mean, Randy was pretty on time all the time from what we gathered. You know, there's something had to have happened between, let's just say, 11:15 to midnight, where something drastically changed, where Randy was physically not able to make a decision on his own or against his own will to get home. You know, either being drunk, high, drugged, you know, taken. That, to me, that time frame, because at some point he had to make the rational decision, if he was able to, that he needed to get home. And it was close to when he thought that I need 10 minutes to get home. I need 15 minutes to get home. I need 5 minutes to get home, or I need an hour to get home. You know, I just believe that time frame at night is the time frame that really needed to be focused on what happened.
Yeah.
You know, did he leave the party on his own will? Did he leave the party against his will? You know, I believe in my heart he wasn't in control of that situation that night, that somebody else was in control of his situation.
Yeah, Mark said, Minnie said he was very intoxicated. He sobered up and tried to drive home and crashed someplace. It's the simplest explanation. There are ponds there that needs searching.
You know, there are a lot of ponds that still need to be searched, but if it's that he was driving home and had an accident, drove off somewhere, a lot of those ponds, you're going to have to be going 70 miles per hour and still going a distance through a field or up a hill and through trees to get into. But if they're not searched and he's not obviously not been found, you know, you can't rule it out until it is cleared.
Right.
But there's a lot of the ponds in the area that there's really no way that would make sense that he could have driven himself into having an accident.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, with him not being found and these ponds still have not been searched, they still need to be cleared to know without a doubt.
And then Josh said, what if Randy isn't in water, but in a car dumped somewhere and was never found? That's a possibility as well. I mean, Bobby said, if Randy wrecked his car and his car is upside down and over the years, vines and maybe tree limbs covered his car, you would have never seen it because you were too busy looking on the wheels. That makes sense.
See, I can't say that I fully believe he's in water, but I can't rule it out while there's areas that still need to be searched to clear.
Yeah.
But personally, I don't believe he's in water. For me, I would lean more towards the vehicle being buried somewhere. But at the same time, I'm not going to turn away a water search because I think it may be something else. We still need to get those areas searched and
Yeah.
cleared. At the very least, it helps narrow down more of where he may be. But I don't think he's in the water, but I cannot, until every piece of water is
Yeah.
cleared, I can't
Yeah.
rule it out.
Yeah. That's why I did it. That's what he said.
In my mind, nothing can be ruled out 100%
No.
until the day he's found, recovered, anything. I just believe, as we search and look at information and stuff, and if you kind of look at it as a percentage on a pie chart, there's just other things that, look more like we need to spend more time on,
Yeah.
If we get a lead tomorrow that some guy said, hey, I'm pretty sure I saw, Randy in Miami, blah, blah, blah. Well, we have to write it down,
Yeah.
whether we believe this person or not, we still have to write it down. We will still have to somewhat think about it, look into it. But, it's a percentage of how many other leads, how many other accounts, accusations, rumors of other situations that should take up more time, and, not saying 100% that anyone or anything deserves more time to be given because it was still a lead, but, you just have to look at it and try to weigh what makes more sense that night,
Yeah.
And
Jen says, I don't really think he was too concerned about curfew. That's the one consistency with everyone's story.
See, that though, that throws me because that means all the way up to this one particular night, he's not late for curfew. He's always home on time. If he's not, he calls, he lets them know, hey, I'm running a couple minutes late. So why this one night out of all the times that he's been out going places?
But you got to
would he be
remember,
late?
wasn't there? Yeah, I'm almost 18, so he's got that attitude. Well, but remember what was at the party? Alcohol, drugs, so forth and so on. When you're inebriated, there's times you can't even remember your name.
But we also got to remember there was also accusations and rumors that he also said he was leaving and he was going to California.
Right.
Yeah.
If he'd been going to California, he could probably give two craps less to the wind if he was going to be home or not in time.
Right.
So, yeah, it does.
Crap.
Then I've always, we've talked about this too. When you watch the play, it doesn't make Randy look like he was this darling child. It kind of makes him like he was a kind of an arrogant jerk. That's how the play made him out to be.
Yeah.
And for the most part, when you see people's accounts of how Randy was, he seemed like a really down to earth, good. He was a hardworking kid, from what everybody has ever said. I've talked to somebody that had first-hand accounts with Randy, and nothing but nice words to say about who Randy was and the type of person he was and how he treated people. So in my mind, I just have always thought he always was home on time. He was a respectful kid, and that's why I just thought that, he would have been thinking that he had to be home at a certain time. But then again, when we go down that whole path of supposedly he was leaving, there was rumors that he said he was leaving and going to California, then he didn't care if he was going to be home at not hours curfew.
Seeing Jennifer
Yeah.
read the reports, Dennis. That's not the case. There were problems before the night. Sorry, didn't mean for that to sound so aggressive. Look at her chew my ear off. No, Jen, you're good. Well, the thing with the reports is you've got some people saying this, you've got the family saying that, and everything contradicts. Some of the reports, there are some people who said that he was occasionally late. According to the family, they've come out AWP videos,
Mhm.
even Profile and Evil videos. Alberta's told us personally that, he was never late. He was in the
Yeah.
times that he would call. So it's trying to decipher, who do we believe? Do we believe people in these reports whose stories on everything else seems to change from night to night in the reports?
Yeah.
Do we believe the family? Do we believe the family lies or these people lie? It's just trying to figure out a happy medium
Yeah.
there.
Because Wade said, is there any missing people in the Linwood area other than Randy?
We've got, and I don't think they're right from Linwood, but like Skeet Bishop, Lloyd
Yeah.
Folsom, Jack
Yeah.
Schultz.
Yeah.
Within the people are within a very close distance, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Mark said Harold hired some divers and did some ponds. Leanne says they didn't search anything. Bobby says Randy is within a 200-mile radius from where he was at the party. Craig says 88 was a big drought. The ponds would have been smaller and probably more distance from the county road. Okay.
Now, going back to the divers that was hired, I know a couple people also worked with the divers with Harold. According to what I was told by family was that there was a 20-foot hole underwater with something that appeared on he called a cheap fish finder that may have been a vehicle. By the time diver got out there, it had filled up with sand. And then I did see a report that was allegedly from a diver that was hired that basically had nothing but negative to say.
Good night, Tony.
And again, that puts you back into trying to decipher what's going on with that, who to believe, what's actually happening.
God, there's so much. It's overwhelming at times.
In the reports, I mean, there's a lot of good information in those reports, but I can't take one thing out of the reports and say that's credible when that same person has made several different claims that contradicts that. The more somebody changes their story, the less credible they are to me.
Yeah.
And you see that through all of these, their stories change so much. And it would be easy for me to take one line or sentence and base my entire theory off of a line or sentence. But when they're contradicting themselves, I can't put much stock into that.
Yeah.
A lot of people will sit down and read these reports and accusations, rumors, stuff that's on paper. I think a lot more people might be a little more open to think about things, you know, because there's so many accusational situations that have happened that night, you know, before that day, you know, so on and so forth, that, you know, it's a very time consuming thing to read paperwork and reports and
Yeah.
anything and everything that has to do with Randy takes time.
Yes.
Which
It's just not a simple case of he went missing. It's just hundreds and hundreds of pages of information and accounts of that night, and accounts of what happened before that night, and accounts what happened after that night, and it's just it's so much. It's so much to take in. I mean,
yeah. Jen even said everybody lies. It's just to what extent.
Right.
So.
And then also, Randy being their classmate, being it's a small number in the graduating class, the emotions of everybody is going through the roof. So memories and stuff like that could get misconstrued, not purposely,
Yeah.
but just through the emotions and the trauma of a classmate missing like that.
Oh yeah. Get down. Get down.
I mean, I don't want to.
No.
I don't want to say none of those people are being honest by any means.
Right.
But then as time goes by, more time passes, a lot of these people will watch videos like this. They will look through the groups on social media. So they're seeing all the theories and stuff that come out. And over time, that could actually influence what they remember.
Yeah.
Being that it was traumatic and stuff.
Yeah. Jen said, I personally read through the lines on a lot of assumptions I came up with. Yeah. That's the bad part.
And yet that's the best way
That's the best way to do
it
it. Yeah.
or something. And you almost have to do that with this case. I mean, just as example, and a good example is this
Yeah.
case, having to read between the lines.
Yeah.
I gotta watch it. Jennifer will bite my ear off again. I'm not gonna let you live that down now, Jennifer. But guys, we've been going at it now for 2 hours,
6
21
more.
minutes.
Oh. Megan's hollering at us over here. We need 6 more of you still need to send us your address if you want to go through and read them again, just in case.
Jet Heartland Towing.
Yeah, Jet Heartland Towing. We still need your address. Oh, sorry. She's going one by one here. John, we need yours. Damien.
Ponytail.
Josh.
Josh. And Bobby.
And Bobby.
And if they could give Tony his gift card to me.
Tell him. Go ahead.
Well, Alex will probably be out at Tony's before long.
Yeah,
So he could drop
Would
in.
you just mind giving Tony his gift card, Alex?
And I will get the Google Nest Mini. I will, when you guys send me the address, I will go get it mailed.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Hey, Dan.
Keep in mind the police reports themselves are the actual statements given from firsthand accounts of the party goers, even though individually it's bits and pieces of the bigger picture.
That's right. That's right.
And Ponytail, that is
Yeah.
true, but most of those who gave statements within 24 to 48
Bobby don't have an
hours
address.
went back and started changing their statements and went from seeing this to not seeing nothing and different things like that.
Bobby, you don't have an address? No t-shirt, sir.
Just put a picture of a catfish on the outside of the envelope and it'll get to them.
Okay. Mark said, even if these guys searched back in 88, 89, the technology is so much better now.
Right.
The car will be easier to see with stuff growing on it. Every single pond in that 5-mile area needs to be researched.
That is a very good point, Mark, because they definitely did not have the technology of today.
Yeah.
And you're going to have a lot better results.
And then Wade said, what if the play was directed to make him look bad so people would back off? Maybe the people involved in the play knows where he's at or what's happened. Oh, wow. Why didn't we ever think about that, Alex? That's a good one, Wade. Thank you.
I don't know.
Probably said lunch.
If you were,
Well,
when I posted the play, it was the black and white version, and it was the whole play. And then there was little, like 3 to 5 minute segments of it that were in color. I don't know if it was, someone videoed it 2 different times, but when I posted that on all of Randy's pages, you could watch the black and white version. And then someone messaged me and said, hey, it doesn't work. Well, the person who posted the play took it down all of a sudden. And I
Yeah.
have no idea why. Well, you can still go see the little color segments, but if you want to see the whole black and white, it's gone. But yes, what I took from it is Randy wasn't that nice of a kid. He was an arrogant jerk, because that's the way it pretty much portrays him in this. He was very arrogant. He was very mouthy towards his parents. Just everything. And it's just, I've wondered why. Why did they make him out to be this situation? Is there more meaning to it than what we all think? And it's a very good possibility. Just like the part where they talked about Stoll Cemetery.
Yeah.
And that maybe he went out there and he fell and died because he hit his head on a rock or a tombstone. That was thrown into the play. And, we had brought that up before in one of our other videos. Has anybody ever heard that rumor, that accusation that they went to Stoll Cemetery that night and he fell? And I don't think anybody did. I think it was just something that was made up and thrown in to the play. But I think every situation that was in that play was real, or possibly, a rumor, an accusation, besides the Stoll Cemetery part. So yes, I mean there could have been a meaning behind it, possibly, but we don't know, because I believe we've never been able to get a hold of the director of the play.
mhm.
Yeah.
And weren't you the one that sent me the link that showed that the church there on the cemetery was on fire?
But
Fire.
last week I was driving down the highway and I was listening to 98.1, and they doing their talk show, and they said, breaking news, we have just received reports that the church that's at Stoll Cemetery, the Stoll Cemetery that everybody's always talked about at Halloween time and all this and that, is on fire.
Oh my goodness.
And then that was it. But that was last week sometime when I think I messaged and said that.
Oh my goodness. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's not creepy at all. Jeez. Josh, we got you, bud.
I got his shirt size, but the address wasn't on it.
Oh, said the address wasn't on it, Josh. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Yeah, Jen, you definitely have to watch it. It's odd. So, anyway.
Jen, if you have time to try to look for it and watch it, I mean, it really, if you can, even if you just catch the little short versions, and if you can't watch all of it, I mean, just watching a few of the short versions of it, it'll blow your mind away. The way he's,
Yeah, we just got it.
We got it, Ponytail.
and it's not a kid friendly play.
No.
They use every word in it. I mean, it's pretty crazy.
And that just doesn't seem right. You know, it's odd. It's weird. After all my surgeries, I've put some weight on. My shirt is close to not fitting. That was Dan.
Has Leanne been a little?
No. No.
Okay, there we go.
Anyway.
Okay, Josh, we got your address.
We got it, Josh. Thank you.
Can you see through the cracked screen?
No.
Well,
So we've been at it for 2.5
yep,
hours.
2.5
now,
hours.
so
Yeah.
Don't forget, next Sunday night, Lisa Key will be joining us live.
Yep.
And we'll be discussing the new developments on Aaron's case, but I'm sure we will overlap into some of the other Tennessee cases as well.
Yeah. Okay. Jen said, but no one who created it was ever linked personally to Randy, right? We don't know. That's the thing. Right, Alex?
I don't believe so. I think Dennis was able to get the play director's name, and I think, did you get his email or something? Did we get
Yes,
to locate?
and I did reach out there and to some relatives as well, and never got a response from them either.
Okay. I think we had somebody comment that was it the play director's son who was fascinated by Randy's situation and presented newspaper articles. If I remember right, I think I remember hearing something about that. And that's how he came up with the scenarios for the play, but that still doesn't explain the Stoll Cemetery segment of the play, because that was, I had never heard that. I don't think Dennis had ever heard of that till we had watched the play.
1988, Dan. Floss said, I know from personal experience that plays and TV reenactments can be changed to how they want it to come out.
Right.
So that's true too. But why in the hell make it look like Randy's just a big old a-hole, We know he's not.
That part was bad because they were obviously trying to portray that.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, guys, don't forget next week, Lisa Key, any other family member on a missing persons case would like to join us live, reach out to us. We'll get that scheduled. And we will keep you guys updated on everything as the week goes by. I mean, again, you can expect 1 to 2 videos in evening all this coming week. Most of those will be released to members first for the first 48 hours. Then they will move over to public. So some of these you might not. Now, the new case layouts, we do those to the public at the get-go to get those out as soon as possible. The updates will be going back to 48 hours to members only before transitioning over. But you guys got anything y'all want to add?
Just if you can find it in your heart and in your time, please like and share and subscribe to the channels. Like the Facebook page, like and share, the YouTube page. There is a little bit of funding received from YouTube. If we can keep the views up and keep, the likes, the shares, it helps. If anybody can, same thing again, if you can find it in your heart and you have the time, share the TikTok videos, because it just helps keep the missing people out there. And, I appreciate it if you can. I know there's lots of parents, family members that would appreciate it if you can do it for their missing loved ones. If you're on Facebook, it only takes a couple seconds to share it.
Absolutely.
A couple seconds to copy the link on TikTok and share it, and
Yeah.
you know
And yeah, everybody, please definitely check out the TikTok page or whatever it is.
Yes.
Alex does amazing work on these. And I mean, every time I see it come up, I sit there and stare at it. I mean, I love what you do.
And Josh, you come through, bud. We got that now.
this is just a quick little list. This is
Yeah.
of the people, and the ones that have a check mark and a scratch are the ones I've already done TikToks on.
Yeah.
This
He's done quite a few. Yeah.
list
So,
that Dennis sent me of people, and this is my sheet that I work off of to do things. And
good night, Bobby.
Bobby.
Or Dennis.
don't forget
Bobby,
alarm
we
clock.
still didn't get your address, so you ain't getting nothing.
We could probably look up the old folks' home on the beach, right?
Hey, Catfish, I'll send you a picture of my hat, bud, but I need your address for it.
Yeah. Oh, what did Floss say? Dan, good night, Gramps. I'm gonna roll up and read what they wrote. Floss actually said, I was in a CBS reenactment that made my boss sound like the bad one, but people saw through it. I went to KC and was interviewed for show and was briefly on it. I lived through it, so I know what went on.
Wow.
That's awesome. Wow. Hard-headed Dennis. Yeah. Sounds about right.
Okay, I still need Jet Heartland, John Galt, Damien, and Bobby.
I can meet up with you guys this week to give you that banner for your background and pick up Jeff's stuff for Jet Heartland, and I can take it to you.
Okay, there you
Okay,
go. All right,
awesome.
thank you, Alex. So we need Bobby, John Galt, and Damien if you're still on here. Right? Okay.
And we've also got some stuff to hand off to you guys when we meet up
Yeah.
this week.
Bye.
Awesome.
But guys, with that, don't forget next Sunday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time,
Oh.
as well as the videos that will be coming up this week. And these are just the videos I know about. There's likely to be other videos thrown in as well.
Yeah.
And again, I will try to get the link to Alex's TikTok channel put down in the description as well. Make sure to check that out. I mean, incredible videos over there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, if you're able to watch the videos,
Oh.
on the
We got
Muddy-
you, Jet. Don't worry.
if you're able to watch the videos on the Muddy Waters page, it will take you to that video, and then you can go to the main channel also to see them. So
Okay. Oh, Floss said that was a murder for hire case. The other woman did 10 years for it. Holy moly. Goodness. Good
Oh.
night, Jen. All right, guys.
With that, guys, anything else?
I'm good.
No, I'm
we
good.
got it pretty much done tonight.
I'm good.
Good night, Alex and Tammy.
good night, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us tonight, everyone.
Have a good week.
Yes.
Y'all be safe.
Bye.
Bye.